Hey guys, what's up? Welcome back to the channel. It's Cynicalex, and now Tony is back with a brand new superior armor, superior Iron Man armor, Endosyn, and he is back to take on Thanos, Null, and Mephisto in a very big way. So we're starting it off with stage 50 of Thanos, which we were previously able to do with the old endgame Iron Man in about 2.5 minutes. So we're going to be testing out, and we're going to be putting that time to the test here with his brand new uniform and seeing just how far we can go. And I think it's going to be really obvious straight off the bat, you know, how good he is, but how much of a crazy rework this is. But I like doing these kinds of comparisons from time to time, and I love the thematic fight of Tony versus Thanos. And the other thing I want to highlight with these fights is that the big change for most players with Tony is that you're not going to be able to use, well, the targeting on the 5 skill is still kind of wacky, but you're not going to be able to use Coulson, Nick Fury, and those other big, you know, passive supports that you're used to using with Iron Man, because he is now a villain. So that's the really big change. You can see here I'm using Taskmaster and Cyclops. You know, you can use Shuri, you can use Valkyrie. Valkyrie or Mystique. Valkyrie or Mystique would be the only ones available for the World Boss Legend stuff. And then I'm gonna have to be quiet here to hear if he does the little snap skill. But then also, oh, we're gonna do that. Okay, we're just gonna switch for this. But yeah, you can't use any of the hero only supports. So that's really going to be probably the biggest challenge if you don't have those characters built up at all for whatever reason. Then you might not see as much production out of your Iron Man, right? But his damage is bonkers. So he might not actually do this, like I'm looking at the timing now, he might not actually do this faster than the other Iron Man did, but the fact that he's doing it with 1 support, whereas the other Iron Man had 2 supports because he had Nick Fury as well, is super duper impressive. And it's going to be even more obvious when we go into the other content, the World Boss Legend content. Yeah, look at that tier 3, bro. That thing slaps. So yeah, you know what? I think this one is going to be the same, but for him to do the same with basically half as many supports is huge. Keep in mind his 5th skill is still bugged, at least visually. It may also be bugged in terms of its damage. He keeps doing this skill, so I keep having to switch, which is honestly killing the time a little bit. Like, I didn't get this. I don't think this happened against the other Iron Man. But yeah, basically his 5th skill looks bugged visually. He doesn't stand still and do the unibeam, and honestly that's like his coolest skill, so I really hope they fix it quickly because I really like the way it looks. But there you go, he bangs him out in 2 minutes and 17 seconds, almost as fast with 1 less support. He's basically missing the entire support. He's missing the 20% guaranteed crit from Coulson, because normally you would do this, right? But you can't. And then he's missing the 50 attack, whatever, but he's missing all of Nick Fury's passive. So he's missing the 55% increased damage to villains and the 30% all defense super armor. That doesn't matter. Basically, 55% increased damage to villains and 20% guaranteed crit. You cannot replicate that with any of the existing team-ups and supports because he's now a villain, but it's really impressive that he can keep up. And it's even more impressive when you actually get to see him in other content. So let's go take a look at how he does against Null. I gotta hit you guys with the optionals for this uniform real quick here. Star-Lord Grounded, Doctor Strange Space, War Machine Team Suit, Killmonger Black Panther, and Black Widow Black from the MCU movie, not the white one, not the snowsuit. So one team up that was exactly the same for Iron Man regardless was this of Cyclops and Valkyrie against, wow, against Null here on stage 5. Now, bit of a spoiler here, but I know that Tony can go way higher than stage 5. I was a little bit shocked that I only went up to 5 in the pre-update test, because as you can see, his damage is way too high. So we're gonna fly through this now, and you're gonna see just how much damage he does. He has a lot of residual damage as well, which is really nice. He still has his heal. He basically retains all of his abilities, in addition to gaining a bunch of new ones thanks to this new uniform. So we're gonna wait here to get knocked back. I'm gonna do 3 cancel 6. Not necessarily the biggest damage bump here, but it's okay. True. Okay. Oh, boy. I'm going to keep it secret. I'm going to keep it a secret for those of you that don't remember how fast I cleared this last time, or how fast, like, endgame Tony clears this, because I think it's going to... Oh, I procced. Okay. I think it's going to blow your mind. Again, we still have the same dodge 200 proc obelisk, so we're not rocking a CTP or anything fancy here. Tony's doing this with 9% pierce. Yes, I have amazing cards, but he's doing it with a dodge 200 proc obelisk. There's no crit damage on the obelisk. There's no fancy buffs. It's just a 200 proc obelisk, basically, because the dodge... I'm already overcapped on dodge, right? It's literally just a... Oh, it's a fear. Sorry, fear immunity. 200% proc, guys. Fear immunity, very, very important. Got snared there. That's fine. Okay, that was a mistake that I made there. I accidentally procced on 3. It's fine. We're going to proc here on 6. Okay, we procced on 3. Cool. Still the damage, man. He hits hard. Look at that. Look at that. 1 bar, 2 bar, 3 bar. Woo! So juice. Love that new third skill. He's got gorgeous new animations. He's still super fast. I think this is a huge win for Iron Man. I don't want to give you my final verdict yet on this uniform, but I do think this is a massive, massive upgrade for Iron Man, and I think Iron Man fans are going to be very happy with what this uniform does for him. I hope nobody gives me problems in the comments saying that I'm playing with the SFX on. Tony looks really cool in slow-mo. It doesn't affect the damage. It doesn't affect the targeting or anything. It just looks cool to have the SFX on for Tony. And I like it. And I like the little camera spin. It really doesn't matter. I had the SFX on for somebody else, but it doesn't really matter. But yeah, if you're wondering what the rotation is, and if you haven't caught it yet, he's going so fast, man. I can barely get my commentary in here. It's 3 cancel, 5 cancel, 4. That is the regular proc rotation. Here we're just going to pop 3 and then do... we got interrupted, but we're just going to do 6 anyways. Because we can. Okay. I actually just like tanked all that damage. Actually pretty impressive, Tony. We procced on 5 there. If you proc on 5, it's not bad. You want to proc on 5 or 4. 2 minutes. Okay, guys. This is the biggie. So, you know, you probably watched the first part of the video and you're like, yeah, you know what? Thanos, he was actually slower against Thanos. And I know you're saying that he's losing 55% damage to villains and he's losing 20% guaranteed crit, but Alex, that's not that much. So I think this uniform's bad and you're just lying to us. The last time I tried to clear this, like when we tried to clear this with the endgame uniform, I finished with 4 seconds left. That's right. 1, 2, 3, 4. I just cleared it with 120 seconds left. I don't know how much of an increase that is. I'm not going to try to be a math wizard on the fly here. But you know what? Where I'm from, that's a damn lot. That's called a damn lot. There's a little bit, quite a bit, a lot, and then there's a damn lot. That's a damn lot faster than before. With the exact same build, with the exact same strikers and the exact same team. 2 whole minutes. That means, because I already knew this, he can do stage 9 with 1 support. That's right. Tony Stark can now do stage 9 null with 9% pierce with a damage proc obelisk. It is the dustiest, the dustiest build for old Tin Boy. Dodge 200 proc with the fear immunity. It's basically just a raw 200 proc obelisk, and he's got no Odin's blessings. He doesn't even have all of his Uru amplified. Like, not all of the Uru slots are amplified. So his build has a long way to go, and he's so much better now. Is he the best blast villain in the game? No, I don't think so. We just got Mephisto, who has some bugs and stuff, but Mephisto's probably going to be better. Moonstone is still probably the best blast villain. Moonstone is just built different, you know what I'm saying? But he's very, very good. He took like 10 jumps forward. I want to try to blow your mind here. We're going to go back and do that Mephisto stage 1. So just to remind you guys, I did Mephisto stage 1 with Iron Man with the, not stage 1. Because that was the stage that he could do comfortably with 1.5 minutes left. And I did that with Valkyrie and Cyclops, so the exact same team that I just did it with, right? He finished that fight with, what was it? 1 minute and 30 seconds left. 90 seconds. Let's see how long it takes him this time. Okay, Mephisto, you're now a playable character, and you're also a playable character to get beat up. You're a playable test dummy. So yeah, the thing with Iron Man, the thing that makes him really proc friendly is you're just going to do 3 cancel 5 cancel 4 as fast as you can. The one thing you need to note, so the one thing that can sort of mess up your rotation is that the 5th skill, you need to be very close to the enemy in order to cancel it properly. We're going to do 3 cancel 5 cancel. Wait, I'm already into the next phase, aren't I? Yep, I just wasted my tier 3 skill because I'm already in the next phase. Cool, that's how much damage he's doing. Awesome. But yeah, you have to be pretty close to do 3 cancel 5 cancel 4. Otherwise, you're just going to do... Oh my god. What is that damage? What? Otherwise, you're just going to do 3 cancel 4. 4 has a really far targeting, but 5 doesn't. This damage is disgusting. This really illustrates how much better he is. This really does. This is insane. So yeah, he's really proc friendly, which means he can definitely work with an obelisk, which means he can also definitely work with the CTP of energy. However, I do still think... Oh, I think I canceled his 6th skill too early. It honestly doesn't matter, dude. This fight is so over. Oh my goodness. What? No way, bro. Yo, I canceled his tier 3. I was so eager to just smash his face that I canceled his tier 3, and we beat that in 1 minute and 16 seconds. Okay. All right, Tony. Stop showing off. But yeah, basically, he can definitely work with an obelisk or an energy, which is awesome. But I'm probably still going to want to put a rage on him just because I like the rotation better. I'm not a big fan of... Basically, the rotation that you have to do with an energy or regular proc is you run around, right? Because his 5th skill, his 3rd and his 4th have really short cooldowns. So they're really great for procking every 7 seconds because it's 7.5 there and it's 9 there. But this one is 20, which is 10 seconds. So you basically have to move around. You have to kite for a few seconds. So it's 3 cancel 5 cancel 4 proc with all that going on. And then you just run around for like 5 seconds, and then you do it all over again. That would be the rotation with a regular obelisk or an energy, and then you would sprinkle in the 6th skill at some point. The 6th skill is nice, so you might want to do 3 cancel 5 cancel 6, or maybe 3 cancel 5 cancel... You wouldn't do 4 cancel, because 4 doesn't have any buffs, it just has the heal. So if you're not going to let 4 play out, you shouldn't press the skill at all, right? So yeah, I think you would do either 3 cancel 5 cancel 6 or 3 cancel 5 cancel 4 for the proc. You can cancel 3 and you can cancel 5 instantly and you get all of the buffs the same, like they're buffed on, they're activated and they're passed on, whatever, as far as the energy attack buff goes, the 30% and then the damage proc. But I think I'd have more fun with a rage personally, and I'd be able to sprinkle in the 2 skill and sprinkle in the 1 skill, which I kind of like. So for me personally, given my playstyle and given how I like to play the character, I think rage is going to be a little bit more fun. Energy is obviously going to be a little bit better for Null because of the ignore dodge. Keep in mind, Iron Man doesn't have any ignore dodge at all. Yeah, he has ignore defense, which is really corny, but he doesn't have any ignore dodge on any of his skills. He got a bunch of buffs. I'm not going to cover it. Well, I guess I should cover it in depth here, but he got it, you know, it's the buffs are crazy, like 50% crit damage. So it's super easy to cap his crit damage now. They bumped up his skill damage, bonus damage. He's got 33% guaranteed dodge that was never there. This is really, truly a top to bottom rework. Before, he just had a 15% energy attack increase on precision aim passive. Now he has that plus 15% dodge, plus 7% crit rate. So like I said, rage is so appealing because you have all these crit rate, dodge, and crit damage stats. And you also have the guaranteed dodge, so he's going to actually be really hard to hit with 33% guaranteed dodge and 75% dodge, right? And then he still retains that 20% heal on his 4th skill, which is super nice to keep him topped up at all times. He does lose the shield. He loses that endgame nano shield, but you're in iframe most of the time anyways when you're doing the 4th skill, so you don't have to worry too much about that. And then he has this new crazy effect that... You go back and watch the damage that I was doing to Mephisto and Null, and towards the end of the fight, they just start taking absurd amounts of damage. Right around I think it's right around 18 bars against Null is when Tony goes sicko mode. And Null just starts taking like absurd amounts of damage. And you're like, what's going on, dude? It's his new passive. It's so sick. When the boss has 30% remaining HP or less, his damage is increased by 200%. So it's not Iron Man's HP. Some people were confused. They thought they needed to get Iron Man down to 30% by taking hits. No. It's whenever the boss is basically, you know, in the sort of like kill zone, when they're weak, when the boss is weakened, when they've lost 70% of their HP, they're gonna take double damage from Iron Man. So he is literally the finisher. That's how sick he is. And you could see it against Mephisto, and that's why the Mephisto fight went so fast, because we actually triggered that passive 3 times. It doesn't stack, but we triggered it in the first life of Mephisto, we triggered it in the second life, and we triggered it in the third life, right? Crazy, absolutely bonkers. So yeah, I think if you have any interest in playing Iron Man, this uniform is a must-buy, hands down. Is this uniform a must-buy for all players? No. We're definitely beyond the point where any one uniform is a must-buy. The only situation basically now in which I would say a uniform or a new character is a must-buy or a must-build is if there is a piece of content that only they can do, like nobody else can do the content except them, or if they are the new #1 or #2 best character for PvP, because that equals weekly crystals for you to farm. Iron Man is unfortunately nowhere near, you know, valuable enough to be top 2 for PvP, which is not surprising. And he is not able to do any one piece of content exclusively. Like, there isn't any one piece of content that only Iron Man can do. That being said, I love this uniform. I think it's amazing. It looks so cool. It feels more like Tony, to be honest, with all the tech and all the gadgets and all the missiles. This feels more like a classic Iron Man uniform to me, and I really love it. And I can't wait for them to fix reinforced unibeam. I'm gushing, and I'm so impressed with this uniform, and it's bugged right now. I don't know if you guys noticed, but his 5th skill just doesn't animate properly. He's supposed to stand there and like, and he doesn't do that. So yeah, he just, well, that's what he does. He does it in the skill preview. That's what it's supposed to look like. And that looks sick, dude. I want to see that in game. I want to unibeam Thanos right in the face. But yeah, when you play it in the game, the model just flies forward, and there's no beam. The beam is just completely absent. So when they fix that, he's gonna be even cooler to watch, running through content and playing stuff and smashing face. So yeah, hit me up in the comments down below. Let me know what you think of the new superior Iron Man. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Take care.